You work so hard. You show up every day. You do what's expected of you. But deep down, you know the truth. One paycheck shouldn't decide how your life turns out. But what if your evenings meant progress? What if your weekends built freedom? What if your laptop became more than just a screen? This isn't about quitting your job. It's about giving yourself options. While others scroll, you start building. Quietly, consistently, and on your own terms. No pressure, no guessing. Just a clear system you can run after work, before work, or whenever life gives you a turn. That's what Goldmine on hustlesafrica.com is for.
Prefer the old one because you are guaranteed of playing European football even if you dropped out of the Champions League. Because
At least you dropped to Europa.
Right now,
and your chances of winning were higher.
Correct. You move from winning Champions League to also winning the Europa League.
Yeah.
So right now that is gone.
Right now, if you don't qualify and then you're knocked out of the playoff, you're done.
Correct.
You're done.
Yeah.
We'll leave it for others to also.
But maybe it's also fair because it really brought some stronger teams to the Europa.
Correct.
Which probably was not fair to the teams that qualified for that competition.
Yeah.
So I guess they're trying to look for fairness and just to see that teams have opportunities. A quick run through the results last night. You were very confident about Crystal Palace. They didn't let you down.
Of course. I told you Oliver Glasner is a very interesting coach.
Yeah.
And right now he's got the right... he's replaced the players that he's lost.
Yeah.
And the caliber of players that he got are actually very good.
Yeah.
So I was not surprised.
3-0.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's a clean win. Against a former United keeper.
Yeah, David De Gea.
Yeah.
But Fiorentina, if you look at even this season, they really struggled to even have good results in the league.
Yeah.
So it's a result that we all agree that Crystal Palace were going to win.
I think they're taking away a very comfortable lead. So they should be able to progress for EPL. Rayo Vallecano also won 3-0 against Athens. Mainz versus Strasbourg. Was it Strasbourg that you were saying their coach is also interesting?
No, it was Stuttgart.
Oh, okay.
Stuttgart.
They were beaten 2-0 and then Shakhtar Donetsk.
O'Neil is the manager for Strasbourg. The former Wolves manager.
Okay.
He's the one who replaced Liam.
Shakhtar Donetsk also scored 3-0.
Shakhtar Donetsk at which competition?
Conference League.
My goodness.
Yeah.
How has
they used to be at the top, eh?
Yeah.
Hey,
I remember they were our opponents in Champions League, like year on at some point.
The manager who achieved a lot. Actually, one of the most successful managers died this week. Lucescu. He was the Shakhtar's coach during this time that they were dominating in Europe and
Yeah.
in Europe consistently.
And that's where you got Fred from.
Yeah, and
Yes. The pasta.
yeah, it's a club that is known for having Brazilian heritage.
Yeah.
They have a lot of Brazilians in their teams.
I used to like Fred a lot.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was sad to see him lose.
Yeah.
I was sad to see him
leave. He was not
leave.
the perfect player,
but he would show up.
Give
He would give his best.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I think during the Ferguson era, that's one of the things he went for. He didn't go for really good, like very good players.
Yeah.
He went for average players who would give it all.
Yeah.
Because like even at the onset, Carrick was not like a very good CDM.
Yes.
What made him a good central midfielder was just the commitment he gave into the team, making things easy, passing,
master of simplicity.
Yeah, simplicity. Yeah.
Absolutely. In the Europa League, Villa took a very comfortable 3-1 win back home.
Yeah, against Bologna.
Against Bologna at home. That's crazy.
Important.
Yeah.
It was a game with some drama in it. Konsa scored an own goal and also scored for Aston Villa.
Yeah.
So it was, I think we all knew, I think Aston Villa are favourites to reach in the final for Europa League and maybe win it.
Yeah.
Because they are the strongest.
Yeah.
As per players' levels in that competition. And
also just looking at the result for Porto, Forest were able to take away a draw.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, that I didn't expect.
I told you guys, like,
because Porto at home.
That should tell you the level that the Premier League is compared to the Portuguese league. If their best team in the league cannot beat one of the relegated teams in,
that's crazy. And that's also why coaches will come from these other leagues and struggle in the EPL because it's just a different ball game.
Because you're playing halves, what teams ziko na jina za dawa.
Ai Peter tumekuja sana.
Then you come to United and now you want to meet Bournemouth who are just like, you guys, you're gonna smash yourself at Trafford.
I think in the Premier League there's a lot of money and coaches have access to like good quality like technology to help them plan for games. The Premier League is also very physical and very fast league.
Yeah.
So you find that even a small team, because this is something that people used to make fun of. Say Messi could not come and play against a Stoke City in the day
Wednesday.
On a rainy night.
Oh.
Rainy Wednesday night.
Yeah,
oh
because
wow.
Those Stoke City was a tough place to go. They were all very physical. They were all tall. So at one point they would just long balls.
Oh dear.
Yeah. They used to bully Arsenal a lot.
Oh yeah.
They used to bully Arsenal Wenger a lot at Britannia Stadium.
Yeah.
Arsenal Wenger didn't like them. Even Ferguson didn't like.
Yeah, even Ferguson never liked
them.
We used to win, but we won a lot of games. It wasn't an easy win.
I
love throwings. For them, it was like corner.
Yeah.
They were so rough.
Yeah.
Stoke City. Tony Pulis was a very old school manager, but he was able to put them in the league for all those years until when he left, and now they're finally relegated.
Yeah.
Right now they're just in the championships, in the middle there. They're not even planning to come back soon, I think.
Yeah.
And the championship is tough.
It's tough. For me,
coming
I think it's
back
even
up
Premier League.
is crazy.
It's hard.
And as we see, some teams like, you can imagine Leicester going further down.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's very, very
madness.
Hard. Teams like Derby have been there for now 20 or almost 20 years. Have not been able to
come
back.
Yeah. So if you see teams like Burnley who are able to go down and come back, shows the resiliency they have within them.
Yeah.
To be able to handle that. Even Wolves are likely, if they go down, they're likely to come back again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible.
Wow.
It's possible.
So Wolves, and sometimes I think also the ability to retain your players can help you come back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if they don't lose,
if you lose your critical players, then it becomes very difficult.
You have to lose your critical players.
I think not all. There's some that you can lose, like lose the fancy strikers, but don't lose your defenders and midfielders.
They don't want this club. Let's say Tottenham goes to relegation, which I believe they're not going to. they have a contract clause. Almost all those players always have a contract clause that in case you get relegated, we cut your salary by 50%.
Correct.
Because money that they're going to get in the championship is different from what they're getting at the Premier League.
Yeah.
So the club also have to be in a position whereby they have a team that they can pay, the team that they can maintain.
Yeah.
So these players will be like, okay, if you're cutting 50%,
yeah,
maybe an Everton that's in the Premier League counts and say, okay, you're paying you 200k, you're getting.
Yeah.
The players are likely not to stay.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, this is the good offer for me, so let me go. And also the club is like, okay, we want that money to buy cheap quality players who can help us go back to the.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's always if you get relegated, you just have to, because also you have to reduce your wage bill.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because they are not able to maintain certain sponsors when you go down.
Yeah.
So I guess now even financially, it's a bit tricky.
There's a financial gap, very huge financial gap between the Premier League and the Championship.
That's true.
That's why every team wants to come to the Premier League, because it doubles down on their books.
Yeah.
And that's why how Sunderland was able to buy, for example, 11 players last summer, because the money they were expecting to get from the Premier League would be able to cover up for the likes of Xhaka's salaries and all that.
Yeah.
Even Coventry, I'm sure they're going to come to the league, going to get promoted, but after that, they can't compete with the same team they're competing with.
They'll have to upgrade,
different level.
Get some new players,
players
with Premier League experience.
Yeah.
That's why it comes in handy.
And I think their first targets are the free transfer players who are on free, because that one you just have to pay. They agree with them on wage.
Correct. Yeah. I'm still surprised that the owner of Sunderland convinced Xhaka to leave Leverkusen.
That was very interesting.
Yeah, I hear
that. But it has really worked for them.
Yeah.
Because I think Xhaka has been the one carrying that team.
Yeah, Xhaka is the engine.
And he's given them such stability in the EPL because of his experience.
Correct.
Yeah. And literally, I think the team is plays around him. And they have such confidence for a team that just got promoted. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Me too. And even the keeper they have is actually a very good keeper. You know, if someone who has come from the championship, you expect not that level.
Yeah.
And also the strikers, the confidence they have. Actually, it's a very well balanced team.
Yeah, absolutely.
What Lebriz have been able to do is how he has been able to balance the experienced and the young players they have in the team, the likes of Chris Rigg, who they were with them in the championship, so then adding the experience of Xhaka, Sadiki, and all this, Getruda. So that is what has been able to help them, because you need that experience in the Premier League.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I'm sure Lampard knows that, even when he's coming back, coming with Coventry.
Yes, but gentlemen, we want to look at the options for United as we approach the January window of transfers, because we know that even as we've mentioned that we want to get back to the Champions League, we want to do better in the Cups, we know that requires squad depth. So what are our options? Because right now we have a very thin squad. We wouldn't be able to survive, injuries come up and all those things. But one interesting person that we must start from is Onana. According to him, he wants to come back to fight for his position. The question is, which position are you fighting for?
Which position? You have already moved on. When you break up with your ex,
you move on.
You need to be ruthless as much as possible.
You move on to the next.
So that you don't get stressed. You just move on with life. So we don't want another stress coming back to our life.
I don't even think...
where every corner you're just like...
Even the players will want that, because, already...
There's a keeper that gives you confidence.
Yeah.
And then there's one that you're wondering, am I even safe?
Yeah.
Even as a defender,
standing
in front of this person, you're like...
And even, I think it will also affect the team harmony. As you're saying, the players have that confidence. We know that if we're having Beatrice as a keeper, yes, we know that unless it's a very good shot, 9 out of 10 times Beatrice will save it.
And
I think with Onana, the players don't have it.
You don't know.
Yeah, because I remember reading, during the Champions League blunders he made,
Yeah.
You could even see no one went to like pat him on the back. You are like, not again.
They just
You're just like, not again. So I think,
Yeah.
I don't think right now the United board would want that kind of uncertainty.
I really did hard.
I think it will be taking the team back to some dark days, and I don't think that's what they want. I think Onana will be sold, and even if he's not sold, he will just be there. They'll find a place to take him, because I don't think it would be wise just to bring him back.
Inter Milan was so happy actually.
Do you usually feel like some of these contracts have some obligations for them to play? Because sometimes you see a player on the lineup and you're like, why is he even there?
Yeah, I think some of the contracts have some of those clauses saying that maybe someone has to play for a certain number of games, if not to play more.
Yeah.
They even, like with the ones on loan, so I'm saying if this player plays a certain number of games, then you have to go ahead and buy him. So I just hope we don't have that kind of clause for Onana, because we don't want to play him.
Yeah.
Even in the other trophies that we'll be chasing, we don't want him to play. Actually, I prefer to get a different coach, a different keeper. Sorry. And there's one of our academy keepers called Radek Vitek. Yeah. He's been showing some promising signs. Yeah. And I think it will even be better just to have him as a backup to Sene Lamens.
And start some of the matches.
Yeah. Yeah. And or just maintain Bindir. You
know? Give him some confidence in the first team.
Yeah.
I am a fan of academy players.
Yeah.
It makes sense financially.
Correct.
It makes them want to work for it, because when they see someone come up, then they're like, oh, it can happen.
Yes.
And I think we've seen enough of those academy players come, either now or even before. People like Wayne Rooney, people like even Rashford came from the academy. Kobe Maino, we saw a rise of these players who came in and just fitted, and they were able to actually play. It cost much less.
Correct.
Because you're not buying a player.
And if you're buying them, like with Rooney, we bought him, but we bought him when he was very young.
Yeah.
So by the time
you buy them when they're very young, they get to play with the under 18s, under 21s. You use them once in a while, and then eventually integrate them into the team.
Correct.
It's a perfect plan.
Correct. I agree.
And I know that Amorim, for some reason, was never interested in these academy players. Records show he never watched a single match for them. But we know that Carrick is a United person, and he understands this.
Correct.
So this is where I'm expecting, and this goes back to the conversation, who is the next coach. You can get the best of them all, but they have to understand certain aspects of the team that have worked before, that we don't need to throw away.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. And that's why it goes back to what I was saying yesterday. We need to bring in Luis Enrique. Again, going back to what he was saying about the loan issue. There's a problem with this. I think it was this year. There's a player Liverpool sold to Aston Villa, Harvey Elliott.
Yeah, Harvey Elliott.
And kind of they had an agreement whereby he was supposed to play a certain number of games.
Mm-hmm.
And then it got to a certain point, and then Unai Emery was like, we don't want to pay the amount of Liverpool want us to pay for this player.
Yeah.
So therefore, for us not to meet the number of games supposed to play for him, for us to buy him, we're going to play him. That's why you've never seen him play at Aston Villa.
Yeah.
So he's in a situation whereby he's been caught in between a
rock and a hard place.
Yeah, between two clubs who are like, okay, we want to sell, but also we don't want to buy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's a tough place to be in.
That's a tough place to be.
Because as a player, number one, when you're not playing, you're losing form.
Correct.
That's just
even the confidence drops.
And I think he was a very good player actually for me. I think because he could come in for Salah and still try and get something for Liverpool.
Yeah,
scored very crucial goals for them also.
And I think it goes back to what I was saying yesterday. Arne Slot has messed up this team because he would have kept Harvey Elliott. You know, he was there during Klopp's time. He knew anyone who used to come on for Salah, even when maybe come on as a cam, he would do something. Like I remember there's a game, the FA Cup victory, 4-3.
Yeah.
He came on and he scored, although it was a deflection, because he hit a shot which deflected went in.
Yeah.
That shows that he was contributing
to the team. Yeah.
So you bring on new players, you take out the old players who, yes, they were not like the same quality as what you brought in, but they had the team chemistry. Yeah. They knew they were a plug and play. You bring on this guy and you know automatically this and this will happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a sad situation that Avi Elliott has found himself in, and I hope that I think he would be a good player for one of the teams that gets promoted, because he has experience.
Yeah.
And then he'll be playing with players who, like, imagine if he was to go to a Coventry or an Ipswich, he would be a proper upgrade.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So I don't think with the current management at United they're going to allow Onana to stay in the team. Maybe if it was Ed Woodward, maybe, but these people I don't think they would allow.
Not these ones, eh?
Not these ones. Onana is going.
Okay. So from the keeper, we move on to the defense.
Yeah.
And this is why, again, we have to have this conversation, because, for example, in the coming match against Leeds, we have Maguire on a red. We have Licha, who's just coming back from injury. In the defensive central pairing, we are left with Euro and Heaven. Those are two young people. So we'll be missing experience there. Yeah. We literally don't have options. And if something was to happen to these two, we don't have a backup.
That's true.
Unless now we move Luke Shaw from left back to central.
Which I think he plays better.
You know, actually, I think so. And I think one of the things that...
But remember, when you move Luke Shaw from left back, who are you left with? Malaysia.
No. Mazraoui.
I know you don't like Malaysia.
I prefer Mazraoui any day. Because even during the AFCON...
I would faint if I see that boy warming up.
AFCON, Mazraoui played as a 3.
It's a left back.
Yeah, he's a left back. So
I know, but
even
Mazraoui from the time he came from I think it's only the Newcastle game that I really saw him. But after the AFCON, he's not been...
I think he hasn't been played.
Very convincing. And that's the danger, when you don't play a player for long.
Correct.
And then now you only bring him in because you don't have options.
Correct.
They have been missing out.
Yeah, they don't have the match fitness.
They don't have the match fitness.
That's why I think, like, sometimes it's important to just give players, when you're winning a game, just give some players in your some time so that they can have that match feeling in them.
Yeah.
That next time when you need them, they'll be ready automatically because they've been getting some minutes in the previous games.
Yeah.
So that game for Malaysia was his first game, I think, in almost 2 years.
Yeah, and those are some of those players that you're wondering.
We expected him to be...
Dude was running away from the ball with the back. It's even like he took some notes from Van Dijk. I'm like, what are you doing?
You know, I think...
Plus also you have to look at it. Osula was faster than him. He's faster.
Peter, no. That distance was too wide.
Yeah. It's like
Dude had the ball like at the halfway line, coming, and then you're running away from him. Correct. Instead of, come on.
You go close to him.
The basics.
You limit the space.
Limit the space.
So, but what he was doing is
interfere
that he's running
with
away,
him. He was leading him to the box.
Yeah.
That allowed him to get to second.
Fine, you've not played, but it doesn't mean your defensive head has disappeared.
Yeah. You know, it's even better. I wish he had committed a foul. You know, because now, even if they got a foul,
and then they take a free kick.
You know, could go either way because our defenders were still there. Yeah. You know,
the keeper is good enough. Yeah. You have confidence.
Yeah.
Literally, if I see that guy warming up,
so
I think that's the point I stop watching.
So there we have options in the central defense.
Actually, before you go
central defense, we don't even have options. Niawa Wawili.
Before you go
unless
defense,
they bring Luke Shaw,
and
as you are saying, Mazraoui, and then we are stuck with Diego Dalot.
There's a player who's
on loan on the right back.
Even back to what you're saying about the academy players, Harry Amos. Harry Amos is a player I would want him to come back and start.
Replace Luke Shaw.
Yeah. Also, even just as like in that game, for example, that game
like Mira, like always get a few minutes.
Correct. Yeah, the last like 20 minutes. Yeah. If the game is already won, you're like, let me bring the boy on, because that boy is very committed to the game. Every time he plays, you're like, wow, this boy has it. So I think I would be keen to have Ariama's come back.
Yeah.
Because I think with him, there's no doubt he has already. And what you're saying about the academy players, they already have that feeling of, I've been in this club for the last how many years, you know?
Yes.
So getting a chance to wear this jersey on.
Now you're like, this is my opportunity to make it.
To shine.
Yeah.
So
but even Amorim used to play him a bit.
Even when he used to play, he was playing very well.
At the end of last season, he used to get some minutes under Amorim.
Yeah.
Him together with Fredrickson or something like that.
Yeah.
So this centre back.
Tyler Fredrickson,
Yeah. But this season they have Fredrickson, for example, have disappeared. He has not been brought into the team. Maybe he's not ready yet. But in the central defense, my biggest worry, we have a very good defender, but my question is, can he be reliable enough?
Who?
Mattis Delete.
Forget reliable.
In terms of injury.
Forget reliable. This injury, Amorim said it was nothing major. But it seems it's something that might actually put him out completely.
Actually, this injury is the reason why Bayern Munich sold him. It makes me remember of when we bought Owen Hargreaves from Bayern Munich.
But don't we normally do medicals?
So it's one of those injuries they say, it's one of those that you can say, you don't know how it goes. Because it's a back injury.
Yes.
And so it's a tricky one. Like, I think De Ligt, when he's fit, he's a good player. But he has a very bad injury record that we can't just ignore.
Because it seems to be a major thing that might not.
We can't question his quality, but in a team, I think for us to go forward as a team, maybe we'll need more players who are reliable, and that's why I think United are looking for a backup to Martinez.
Correct.
It's not that Martinez is a bad player, and one of the options they are looking
because also Martinez has suffered some good injuries every season.
Every season he has missed.
There have been moments he's out.
So it's good to have a backup and someone who.
And I think that's where, for example, the pairing for Arsenal central defense has carried them this season.
Yeah.
True.
Saliba, Gabriel, they have played like the majority of the matches. And whenever there's a slight shift in that, you see.
You
see how porous that defense comes.
Yeah.
Every top team that have gone on to win the leagues, the titles that are winning, have had defensive partnership.
Yes.
At City, you used to have they used to cheat a change, but almost the same quality, the same level. If you replace Akanji with the John Stones, you get the same thing.
Yeah.
Correct.
So
and you can talk about United, the times of Vidic and Ferdinand. Yes.
And though Chris Smalling was not that far away.
Yes. Yeah. But at least you knew these two are, you know.
So
even
that's what we need to create. Even the season that we did well, Martinez was playing with who? The 2023 one was playing with with Martinez.
Was it Maguire?
Maguire.
No, that was the season Maguire was having a bad season. You remember when he was even being bullied?
Was it Lindelof?
Victor Lindelof.
Yeah, Lindelof.
Victor Lindelof.
Yeah, I was going to say even Maguire and Lindelof, that pairing during all its time, it worked.
It worked.
It also worked.
Yeah.
And Lindelof, by the way, for me, it was very consistent, though he also had injury issues. Going back to Delete, Delete and the players that are having injuries, they're affecting our team. Delete, Mason Mount, they're getting a lot of salary, but they can't play more
like
than
literally.
10 games.
Even this Malaysia.
Yeah. And I'm very confident that we're going to sell some few players.
Yeah,
but who even wants to buy them?
I think with Malaysia, what will happen?
These people, they have accepted that we are ready to get a loss. Players, as long as we buy the right one.
And you know, that's what I like about this current United board. Like Malaysia, they'll be like, whether you don't, no one buys you or not, you're out. will cancel the contract, whatever it is, and I think
will pay the penalties.
This is the last so he doesn't have any more.
Yeah.
So he goes either way.
The likes of Sancho.
Sancho is also going. I think this is the last.
Sancho is going for sure.
Yeah. The only player that I think will, unless Barcelona really come up,
Rashford. But he doesn't want to come.
No, I'm saying like Barcelona, if they don't buy him, what happens?
Yeah, but you see, that's the thing. It's very dangerous to have a player in the squad who doesn't want to be here.
100%.
Yeah.
So I think they have to sell him.
So whatever it takes, even
he has to go.
Even if Barcelona are not willing to pay what United wants, another team will come for him.
But not everyone is broke like Barcelona now.
For them, it's not about being broke.
It's about being broke.
They know that this player wants them, so they're trying to use that.
Yeah.
So one of the players that United are looking at is Nico Schlotterbeck from Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah, left back.
He's a
left centre back.
Yeah, left centre back to Martinez. He will be, if not the same level, but maybe an upgrade to Martinez, which for me is one of the best defenders we have right now. So that will be interesting. For me, it will show an intent of ambition. If you can sign those caliber of players and bring them to compete against each other. And if Martinez goes for 10 games, we still have the same
we have level, the same quality.
Yeah. And that's how strong teams are built.
And also, for the sake of consistency, like you have what you're saying, like you need a good center pairing that you're sure of. So let's say if the first choice is Martinez and Maguire, for example, in the absence you have a secondary one of maybe Euro and Schlotterbeck, who are also you are sure of. They'll do well, and in case one of them needs to be subbed, you bring on Heaven, who's also to some extent because I think
he was able to hold fort.
Yes, for a while, and he played well.
And I think there's a game just he made one mistake, if I remember.
Yes,
and he was able to hold up. But also now talking about Martinez and Maguire, I feel like they need a younger pair of legs. Because when you look at Maguire, speed is not his strong point right now. And then Licha is very good, even in terms of clearing the ball forward for the attack to pick up, and he supports that a lot by now. So when you have that kind of minded player, then you must have a different one that can stay put at the back. Even as this one goes forward. So you must, and that's what comes with having these two people playing together for a while, because now they get to understand.
Correct.
If he does this, I have to do this. So it becomes a synchrony, even without speaking to each other. You understand each other's strong points, and you try to maximize on those. Because sometimes I also worry about, for example, if you're playing against Arsenal and you're trying to start play from the back, that's a very dangerous move. Because the press will be on you, or against City. You know the press will be on you. Now, at that point, you need that kind of player like Licha, or who will clear the ball forward.
That's why I have an option in mind that I think United should, if maybe they want someone who will give us something better than Maguire gives us, I think they should go for this Brighton defender called Van Heek. Van Heek is so good with the ball. And he can give us what Martinez is giving us on the left. He can give us on the right.
Fair enough.
Which is something that will also help the midfielders, because we can build it from the back.
Correct.
Rather than just depending on the midfielders to come and start the build-up. So Maguire is good, but I think he's not that good in carrying the ball. He doesn't have that he doesn't give you that confidence that he can carry the ball under pressure to pass it either to the midfielder, advanced midfielder, or a striker directed from defense. So I think Van Heek, I don't know why so many teams have overlooked him, but I wouldn't be surprised if United don't go for him. Man City will select
or Tottenham.
And just talking about the youth and ability to carry the ball. There's also a player at Nottingham Forest. Murillo.
Yeah, Murillo is a good player.
Left back, center pairing.
Yeah.
And you see, we've had cases where, for example, Luke Shaw will most of the time go ahead to assist the attack.
Yeah.
Maybe to give the crosses in.
Yeah.
And then you have this one now staying behind. And I think those are the things we need to look at. Because if you're looking at age, he's young. He's able to carry the ball.
Yeah.
And that's what we need. And remember, Forests are dangling there down around the relegation zone.
Yeah.
So I think those are players that United can target as well.
So maybe go
There's
to
another
the
player we want to talk about who I think I'd actually be open to us getting.
Yeah.
He's called, one second, trying to find. We're curious to hear what you guys say. The Fulham defender, Calvin Bassey.
No.
Calvin Bassey for me. No, look at how he's been playing.
Okay, let's just.
Actually, look at the success of Fulham, and see how much of it is dependent on. Calvin Bassey is one person who has been very, very critical to Fulham's success, in addition to someone like Harry Wilson. They are players who are consistent every day. For me, I have a habit of I am able to see potential, and I'm like, yes, this is an unsung hero. If
they're given an opportunity at a good club, they would thrive.
Because even like before, Mark Gahel, Crystal Palace, no one was looking at him.
What a player was he?
But he was a very good player. I was saying, we need to go get this guy.
Yeah.
But you know, also when you look at a player, there are players you look at and you don't feel like they're United material. They're good, but they don't give you the United vibes.
So you feel like he's not a United player quality?
I feel so. I feel he's
good. What does a
They're
United player look like? At least Malaysia is not one.
I can't describe it. Okay, but you can just see a player, the way they play, the confidence they have, and everything, and you just feel.
Yeah.
I never felt like Elanga. I didn't say maybe he was not that good, but I never felt like he was a United player. He never gave me that vibe.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah. So there are those players who they're good, but they're good for a certain level of teams. It would be good for a team like maybe with Spurs.
Yeah, Spurs, yeah. And I think Spurs will possibly go for a Bassey or a Mulero.
Yeah.
But I will not. Even Van Hecke is also good. I like how Van Hecke reads the game. And at times also he carries the ball forward.
Yeah.
I think.
And he has now started playing for Netherlands, which is a statement. Having
the call up to the national team is also a statement that you're doing something right. There's a player called Kalulu at Juve. Have you guys watched him?
I do watch. He's a right back
he's centre back and also right back. Yeah. And I think the problems we have with Dalo, because there are games where you don't feel Dalo.
Yeah.
And I think when you have such a versatile player, then you know that you have not only backup for central, and also if you need an option for the right back, then you have the same player available.
Yeah, that's true.
Because Juve are not doing so well.
For Dalot, if I had the money, I would try and negotiate. Right now, Daniel Levy is not at Spurs, right? He was the hardest negotiator.
No, he's still at Spurs. The chairman.
He was fired.
He was fired?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He was replaced, I think, January or next year ending.
Oh, really?
He was the hardest negotiator in football. No one wanted him.
Yeah.
Even Ferguson hated him for that. So I would go for Porro because he's aggressive, he's fast, he has the energy going.
Yeah.
He has played
also very good crosses.
He has very good crosses.
Okay.
For me, it will be a really good upgrade. But I don't think he will come to United given that he has some City in history.
Okay. Those are usually difficult.
Yeah, he's a City academy product.
Yeah.
So it will be interesting. But I don't think United are looking at right back position and be like, because they have Mazraoui who can play there.
Yeah.
So they're not looking at that position and be like, it's their number one priority.
Yeah.
This summer. From what I've heard, the priority this summer is midfield.
Yeah, midfield and then left back.
Left wing.
Yeah.
Left wing.
Just before we go to the midfield, there's Castello Luqueba at Leipzig. Who is also said to be, and we talked about the age factor.
Yes, 21,
that
22.
23.
Yeah, 23.
And you want such players that can grow with the team.
Correct.
Because we also have a crop of these senior players that we know will be exiting. Yeah.
But
so
it's similar with Hayden because he plays the same position with
Yeah.
Hayden.
yes.
So that what we need in that part, for me, I think is more experience.
Experience.
Player, because we already have
Experience.
Hayden who is developing that position in left centre back.
Yeah.
So, and he's a left centre back at Leipzig.
Yeah.
If he was on the other side, maybe, but the other side also we have Yoro who is developing. As a young,
Yeah.
so we need. That's why.
But as we are saying,
you don't
we need
Maguire.
options.
You need options.
Because of the many games that we expect to play next season. Yeah.
What
But
about
anyway,
Lewis Kelly? There have been rumors about Lewis Kelly
From Arsenal.
from Arsenal.
I don't want any player from Arsenal. I don't think I've recovered from the keyboard.
Oh,
Who played for us the keyboard when they were coming
Sanchez.
from Arsenal?
Alex
Sanchez.
Sanchez. But
Yo,
Sanchez.
I have never recovered. Honestly, I don't think we've had players coming from Arsenal that have done well at
It's only one.
United.
It's only one passing.
Only Van Persie.
And who again have come from Arsenal to play for United?
It's
Haven.
been
Aiden Haven. And I cannot believe
okay.
Arsenal sold us. You know, Haven, we've paid, I think, $1 million or less pounds. And now,
that was a good
there's
deal.
no questions. Like, if someone was to want to buy Haven, they would have to pay between 20 and 30 million.
Yeah.
Comfortably.
Yeah, but generally, no. For
the
me,
only team I don't like doing business with is Chelsea. But Arsenal, for me, they've always given us.
Arsenal, you can get some good players. Like, I think with Lewis Kelly.
I don't know. You remember even the rumors about their captain? I'm like, no. Yes.
No.
Yeah.
He's injury prone. No, we don't need.
Yeah.
Plus, you can't.
And then when you talk about Chelsea, there were rumors about Kopama, and I'm like, no, the guy is now being injured every other time.
Yeah.
Come on.
Plus, also, I think Kolpama, I don't think he'll handle the pressure to United.
He's
a
also
fan,
not
actually.
even showed up
He's a
in
fan,
big games for Chelsea.
He's a fan.
He scores against very small teams. And then when the big games are here and he's supposed to be present, he disappears. Just like against PSG, he was lost.
Yeah, he was lost.
Completely.
Can you go to the midfield option?
Yes. Let's go to the midfield.
Midfield is where now.
You're very, very interesting.
Here,
There are very many options.
we have to do something serious, especially with Casemiro leaving. Let me start with that.
Ugarte is also like
I
to
think
leave.
they should have extended that 1 year that is available.
So-
Reason being, you don't know how the person coming will integrate.
Correct.
So I'd rather you have this person here and then they play a few minutes, the other person comes in, they mirror each other until, because it's possible to extend this 1 year.
But you
if
see,
they were to talk to him.
Casemiro refused. So they were going to offer him a deal similar to Maguire,
Yeah,
where
but-
they reduced the pay.
But they
Because-
should not have waited for him to do the announcement.
No,
They
before
should
the
have been
announcement-
strategic.
Before the announcement, they already decided. They already spoke to him. They were like, we are willing to give you an extension, but on reduced terms. And as much as I agree Casemiro is very, very important right now to United, I think him leaving that £350,000 a week can give us 3 or 4 good players. Or 2 good players. Because,
3.
Yeah, because see, like when you get a Tonali, you're probably going to give him like 150 to maybe 200. You know? But
Yeah,
if you
that
go for
leaves only a second player.
But if you go for Adam Wharton, 100,000 is fine. 120 is fine. So that 350 divided by 3, you go for players like Adam Wharton. You can get Adam Wharton and maybe get a Tonali. That you see that gives us 2 players for the same pay. So that's why I'm like, if Casemiro would have accepted,
Yeah.
it's fine. But now he has to go because we need to reduce our wage bill.
Yeah.
And also, even if we don't reduce it, we add more quality players on the same wage bill. Yeah.
So we have in terms of what you're talking about.
Midfield options.
Midfield options. We have so many options.
There's Angelo Taylor.
Angelo Taylor is being considered.
Stuttgart.
Is being considered as an outside option if the Premier League options are more expensive. But I've kind of watched some highlights on him. He's not that bad of a player that we can. He's a left-sided, left leg midfielder.
Yeah.
But let's go to the options that we the rumors.
In Premier League.
In the Premier League. We have Elliot Anderson, Sandro Tonali, Bruno Guimaraes. Which I don't think Newcastle can sell both of them.
There's Baleba at Brighton.
Baleba, the talks have kind of slowed it down compared to last summer. I think United were ready to pay 100.
Yeah, 100, yeah.
And Brighton rejected.
Yeah, rejected, yeah. Brighton, of course, is the other team now that
they're also trying to maximize.
Difficult to negotiate with.
They're also trying to maximize because this is United.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a very interesting model in terms of signing.
But he's also not been playing full 90 minutes of late, so you might want to...
Yeah, Baleba.
Baleba, yeah. For me right now, I wouldn't want to get Baleba. I would go for Adam Wharton at Crystal Palace and also Joao Gomez of Wolves. Because Joao Gomez of Wolves is also very
especially good. If Wolves go down.
Yeah, and also another player from West Ham called Fernandes, Mateus Fernandes. He's also Portuguese. So similar Bruno as well. He also plays a similar profile. So that's what I was saying earlier. If you go for those kind of players, let's say you get 3, Joao Gomez, Adam Wharton, and then maybe get another third one. Those players, you probably will pay them between 80 to 100,000 pounds. For 3 players. So you see, we'll even get a saving on 50,000 pounds. And get 3 players who you see with Adam Wharton, he may not give you that consistency every day, but then you have a backup. You have a backup of a Joao Gomez, and Joao Gomez is good. Like he's minus him getting injured. When you've seen him playing for Wolves and the statistics, actually not bad.
Okay. I think the best way to approach this conversation is to first ask ourselves, what do we need?
Yeah. What kind of a player do we need?
What kind of player do we need? Do we need a mirror to Casemiro, or we need a different
profile
to Casemiro, or a different something different to Casemiro? And Ugarte, we're looking at two midfielders because we are likely to lose 2. I even think even 2 won't be enough, because now we'll have only 3, because Fernandes is more advanced. And I think we'll maybe need 4 to kind of be able to compete in the all competitions. But maybe 1 we can get maybe from the academy. I believe so, next season. So Joao Gomez this season have made, for example, has made 85 tackles, 31 interceptions.
Okay.
So he's more for a midfielder who give us more defensive compactness. If you're looking for a midfielder who is going to come in and solidify our defense, I think he's one of the best options on that. But when we look at also Sandro Tonali, which for me, I believe is a half 8, half 6. It's a hybrid. It's not a complete 6. He plays 6 when Guimaraes is not there. Plays 8 when Guimaraes is in the team for Newcastle. So are we looking for an 8 or are we looking for a 6? What are we looking for? That's also, I think, the question that
I think we're looking for both. And I just looked at the stats, Premier League stats, defenders, defensive CDMs. The one with the most tackles won is Elliot Anderson at 56, tied with Joao Palhinha. The second one is Mateus Fernandes, what I said about the West Ham guy.
The West Ham guy.
Tied with the Joao Gomez. So see what I'm saying? Get Joao Gomez, Mateus Fernandes, and guess what? James Garner, our former academy product, is now 3rd at 53 tackles won. Adam Wharton is not appearing on this list. And Casemiro actually is lower, is at 21 with 36 tackles. So even Bruno Guimaraes is 36. Adam Wharton is at 34. So you see, if we go with the top ones, Elliot Anderson, who I'm sure will pay not less than £100 million. But if you go with Mateus Fernandes and Joao Gomez, who can play the same position, so you're sure like you can start the game with Mateus Fernandes, finish with Joao Gomez.
The kind of same players.
Same profile of players. So will this give us? They'll give us players who are not there's not so much flair, then the attention, they can come in and play simple passes, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that is what the kind of person I'd want to go for.
And I think that's what you need in the midfield, because sometimes we lose the battle in the midfield and then the defense is forever under pressure.
Yes.
Especially when you find teams that have quick passes with the ball. And it's important. So as even the question of, do we want to a like-to-like player with Casemiro? Do we want a different one? Let's not forget what Casemiro has been doing for us, even in attack, because most of the goals from headers have come from him or Maguire.
Yeah.
And we'll miss that in the box.
For sure.
Also.
And that's why for me, I have a preference for one of the players to be Tonali. And my choice is coming from the fact that the experience that he's going to bring. He played for Milan, won the Scudetto. Aston Newcastle has always played. They have played in the Champions League. Of all these options, he has played. It's a player who has played more Champions League matches, and that shows the level of experience. He's 26, which for me I think is not that bad age. It's kind of a prime age for a player.
Yeah.
In terms of goals, I believe it's the 7 or 8 goals a season, which Casemiro have been giving us, I think, last season. So he's gonna come in, and also he's a half 8, half 6. So meaning he can be played with someone who is more defensive to helping out. He can also decide, we can adjust him to play that position with Maino, for example.
Correct.
So for me, Tonali is one of the options because just experience. And I'll go for Adam Wharton. And I have a kind of a theory as to why Wharton is one of the options for me if Carrick stays. Because I think Carrick would like a player like him in the team. A player who kind of plays the game the way he used to play during his playing time. And Adam Wharton is a reflection of my Carrick in terms of the simplicity in the game, press resistance and all that. And also surprisingly, he's one of the best in interceptions or something like that.
So
117.
If I go interceptions here.
So Adam Wharton will be a good option to go with Tonali, but it's also hard to choose to leave Elliot Henderson out.
Actually,
the City wants him. It shows that there's something about him that.
According to the stats, Premier League stats, I'm on the Premier League app again. Interceptions. Moises Caicedo is the number 1. 52 interceptions, followed by James Garner. James Garner is one of those players.
We talked about James Garner yesterday.
You guys, these are the players we need to get. James Garner is actually scoring high on these things, followed by Marco Senesi, who's a defender. Then Ryan Gravenberch. Adam Truffat is a defender as well. The other midfielder that comes close is Neko Williams. No, Neko is a defender. Zubimendi at 34, tied with Elliot Anderson at 34. And then...
So it's not even...
Joao Gomez is further down at 31, followed by Mateus Fernandes at 30.
Wow.
So even Declan Rice has tied with Mateus Fernandes at 30 interceptions.
Wow.
So meaning what? For me, I would go with, as I said before,
Joao
Gomez, Mateus Fernandes, Adam Wharton.
The three.
The three.
By the way, if we can...
Did I say James Garner as well? So James Garner, Adam Wharton, Mateus Fernandes, Joao Gomez. Imagine if you get 4 of those players. That gives us...
I don't think we're in position to get 4, but maybe 3.
Maybe 3,
three. I think 4 is a stretch.
But probably, I believe you're going to get 2.
But you see, if you get 4, not so much, because see, we lose Casemiro and Ugarte. So when you bring the 2, they directly listen for those 2. The other 2 are now sub options, because we've seen over a period of time, there's a time Adam Wharton will of course get injured or suspension. So you need a player also who can come in and fit and play. So if we lose 2, if we can be able to get at least 3, if not 4, well and good. And these all players would fit into the Casemiro wage. Like, because you say 350 divided by 4, you're looking at about £75,000 per player, which is not bad, or £80,000 a player, which is not bad.
The issue, I think, is not even the wage. The issue is how much will they cost if we buy 3?
Yeah, the buy fee.
I think Mateus Fernandes from West Ham will not be an expensive player. So would be the Joao Gomez, because both teams are gonna get. There's a high chance they're gonna get related, or at least one of them.
I think for Gomez, that's a good opportunity.
It's a good option. Yeah. We'll probably get him for
because
about
when a
30,
player's
40.
team is being relegated,
Yeah.
you can really get them at a good price. Yeah.
And also going back to Casemiro leaving, there's a video before Marbereda was appointed United CEO. There's a video where I was talking to Siki Bagestarian, the city sporting director, about the wage bill. And that kind of gave me an insight that he's a guy who is very keen on maintaining the wage bill. He doesn't want the team, he wants to build a strong team that is not overpaid.
Correct.
That is one of his principles. So I'm not surprised when players like Rashford are out of the team, Sancho out of the team.
Yeah.
And
so Casemiro following suit.
Casemiro was out of the team.
That actually leaves
Fernandes is a special
only
case.
Fernandes will be the only one who's earning ridiculously, but no one has any questions asked
and
about
I think
him.
also Fernandes is untouchable, maybe from even Jim Ratcliffe from the top. For him, he's a special case. He has to stay in this team. Everyone wants him to, even the owner of the team wants him to stay. So that's why maybe for him is not.
He's an exception to this rule.
To this.
And it makes sense.
Makes sense, yeah. Everything goes through him.
If Maguire leaves and Luke Shaw leaves 2027, we're going to have a team that actually our wage bill is going to be around 200 Apple.
Yeah.
The amount of time they've taken to chop off that, it's incredible.
And also Mount needs to leave because
Mount
also
is
paid well.
going to leave.
Yeah.
So they're
I think it's paid to 50.
That may kind of understand what they're trying to do. It takes time, but even you look at City, and when they came in around 2010, Apple, that's how they started building. They took Toteves, but that time they had a lot of cash to float around.
Also, they had to do that to attract players. But now, when they go to a particular point whereby now the players actually want to come themselves, it becomes easy. They don't even need to offer you so much money.
And they don't even have to offer you so much. So we are paying so much money because of our underachievement.
Correct.
That's a consequence of not achieving much.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think as we wind up, we know that the focus might not be on attack because you can't buy all the players you want. You have to fix the very important positions, and I know the midfield is at the top, followed by the defense. But in case United was looking to farm up the attack, what would be the players that you're looking for, and what are they going to bring? Only one. Okay.
DI.
Okay.
Full stop.
You seem to be aligned on this one,
Yes.
eh?
Yeah,
he plays as a left or right winger.
Yeah.
So meaning that when Ahmad is underperforming, or even Ndomo is underperforming, he can play there.
Yeah.
He can also play in Cunha's position. So it also means that even when
versatility comes in. Yeah.
You can also the beauty with once you have a player who can play in Cunha's position, Cunha can play in as a cam.
Yeah.
I foresee after some time, like especially maybe in the dying minutes of the game, or maybe like the second half when you're trying to have more attack.
Yeah.
Bruno might be moved back to 8, sorry, and that allows because there's a game. They've done that.
For me, Bruno in DM scares me because he's not.
No, CM, not DM. As a central midfielder, like as a number 8, there's a game we did that. One of the games that he brought on Zach to play as a cam.
The Newcastle game.
Yeah. But it's because of course we didn't have the options.
Yeah.
But I think even let's scratch the idea of Bruno playing in central midfield.
But the people talk about that Newcastle. For me, I think that was one of the best games we played, mostly in the second half. Yeah, like we lost the game, but before that, we dominated them so much.
Yeah, we had a lot of attempts. We just didn't score.
Didn't score, and you could see Bruno trying, passing, crossing.
But sometimes I think some of the games that I struggled with a draw or if it was a loss was that we had an opportunity to kill the game, but we never did.
Yeah, those happens.
So once the other team comes back, it becomes pressure.
Yeah, and that's what
and
I'm saying.
Teams can put pressure on United.
Of course. Once they smell blood, that's it.
Yes.
So that's why I'm saying the idea of getting Iliman Ndiaye gives us a different option, because we also have to start thinking about, which I'm sure the team has already started thinking about, is how do you replace Bruno? Who is your right now? There's a video that actually I saw it on the Premier League saying, how can United replace Bruno? Getting another Bruno right now is next to impossible. There are very few players in the world who are as good as Bruno.
And also, you're not just replacing the midfielder.
Correct.
You're replacing the leader.
Yes.
You're replacing the human. Because Bruno, I think when Radcliffe came up with this idea of, cutting off some stuff and all those things, he was like, I'll pay them. Let them stay.
Yeah.
And I just, he's the player that goes above and beyond.
Correct.
To make sure that people are okay.
Yeah.
I have a question though. Maybe what I think on this targets and everything. I think all this is going to be decided by who is going to be the manager.
To some extent, yes.
Some extent, yes. It's going to be... Because, for example, if you bring... Let's say, for example, you bring Luis Enrique.
We are back there.
He's a very, very strict manager on what players he wants.
Yeah, he gets to decide who he wants.
He likes, most of our midfielders, he likes midfielders who are dynamic.
Yes.
Yesterday I was watching a video of how he came back from failing Spain in the World Cup 2022 to evolving his game to fit in PSG. So what was being said in that video was that at Spain, when he was a manager at Spain, he was stuck with positions. But when he went to PSG, he did a research and came up with the idea that he wants players who can move, can play wherever. That's why Liverpool struggled the other day against PSG, because Hakimi is the right back, but Hakimi is coming to play as a left wing.
Hakimi never stays in the defense.
So that means he's the free player.
Correct.
In the team. He's the free player in the team. And if the player, you can't find him. Sometimes it's very hard. So if, for example, just as an example, if we are going for someone like Luis Enrique, it's going to influence so much the targets we're going to have, because 100%. We already know is a coach who prefers players who are flexible in different positions. And if we can bring him, also is the manager who can help us replace Bruno.
Yeah.
Due to his tactical innovations.
Yeah.
I believe we'll come up with something that will be able to balance the team.
Yeah.
At the same time, give us the results that we need.
And so I think sometimes it's not fair to look for a Bruno in another player, but rather understand who that player is and how to maximize who they are.
But also it takes a good manager to identify or to build that player in the team, because Vitinha was not a defensive midfielder.
Yeah, he's not.
He was not, and he's not. But Luis Enrique have managed to convince him that this is your position. Yeah. And this is how you play will strengthen you playing as a six. As a six. Yeah. So
I think they keep alternating. They keep alternating.
And Joao Gomez.
Yeah, Joao Gomez. Yeah. I think just to echo on that, one of the players because one of the ways of when you think of replacing Bruno is you also look inward. One player is Cunha, and let me give you an example. In the last Brazilian game, he gave an assist, and then he was like, "Why are you guys surprised? I trained with Bruno." You know, who is he learning from? Yeah. And I suspect time will confirm.
About Bruno that says, "How can I assist you?"
Yeah. I suspect in future, if and when Bruno is to leave, the first option for him for United will be Cunha to play in that position.
But the only problem with Cunha is that he loses balls in very dangerous positions sometimes.
Which is true. I think that's why
I don't like him in the central places.
He will develop. You see, right now he's coming because I think over time Bruno will drop to central midfield. Of course, with age.
He's not 31, right?
Yeah, he's 31. So
they're about to sell him, I think. If not next year.
But also, the other thing about Bruno is also, it gets to a particular age whereby clubs don't want to buy you because they're like, okay, now this is a player now. He's getting older, probably injuries start happening. I suspect if he doesn't go next season, maybe the other one stays.
I'm like kind of 80% sure this will be the last season for Bruno next season. This will be his last season at United. If you don't win anything, then that's it for him.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our wish list for Manchester United. May this get to the people who have the powers to make the decisions, because we just want to see a team that plays well with fluency, a team that will get us the trophies next season. We need to get back there.
Yeah, 100%.
It's been too long of a drought. By the way, my fans ndio huwa tunaumia. We have suffered. So as we get back to Champions League, we just don't want to go back and not automatically qualify, for the round of 16 and do better in the cup games. We don't want the eliminations in the first round like we've suffered this season. But let us know, what are your options? If you are that person at United to make these decisions, who would be your player to look out for and why? Looking forward to hearing from you, and until the next one, thank you so much for watching.
HustlesAfrica.com, a guide to high-paying online jobs. At HustlesAfrica.com, you will discover the jobs people are doing from home, the platforms where opportunities are found, the skills that open doors, and the practical steps to begin earning. Go to HustlesAfrica.com today.